I want to ask us a question. Have you ever been punished for offense you knew nothing about? Good. I'm a living witness, so I have received such treatment. My name is Joaquin Chidebere Ani. I am an engineer and I am a businessman. When I was a young man, over 3 decades ago, I found myself in a business circle. My mother was a trader, so I usually join her for trading activities, go to market, sell some wares, and make some money for the family because we actually needed some financial support for the family. So I endeavor that particular process was sustained. After school, I would join her in the market. So over time, I realized that I'm actually making some little dough from this business I'm doing. I now established my own business line in the same market. So I was actually growing in business, making money and stuff. So I have some money to spend at some point. I had a neighbor then that we are in the same business too. So he had a customer that usually patronize his business. And this customer comes in maybe almost like twice or 3 times in a week. Little did I know that this customer of his usually extends some kind of invitation to me, feelings for me. She would have loved to have me as a boyfriend and stuff. But my purpose of going to the market wasn't for pleasure. I defined my position. I'm here strictly for business. So any other activity should be kept by the side. But she kept on pressing in her own way, though we are all you young youth then. This continued over time. One fateful summer Thursday afternoon, she came to market with that her customer. They had some misunderstanding. And this misunderstanding led to altercation that degenerates to even using some derogatory words on each other. They started calling themselves names, and it was quite an amusement situation. The scene was so tense that time. People were laughing in their different ways. Personally, I was by the side. I wouldn't want to participate in the conversation or in the argument. I stayed by the side. But for the fact that she had interest in me, maybe she was expecting that I should come to her rescue or maybe argue on her behalf. But I never did. Rather, I laughed out loud when one funny name was mentioned about her. So she didn't take it light. I never knew that my laughter would cost me a whole lot. And actually it did. After that day, the whole thing we are settled, we all dispersed. The following Friday, mid-morning, we are all already in our business space. Before I could say Jack, I saw some policemen with the lady. And he said, yes, arrest him. I was so astonished, I was so surprised. What happened? Arrest? Police? For what? Can laughter take somebody to a police station? Maybe lawyers in the house, will help me and answer that question. I found myself in that situation. And my worries became so complex because I said, how will the people around us in the market there, how would they take me? How would my parents, how would they interpret this situation? That their son was taken to the police station for what? But I have no option. The police, they say you're your friend, but you have to pay the last order. I joined them to the station. There we were able to establish, I did my statement and some explanation about what transpired. After which, I was released without any charge. But the whole situation now we now became like permanent enemies. Because I wouldn't have anything to do with her again. Even to say hi to her, I wasn't doing it. So that's exactly how it all happened. But I felt, this lady, why did you go to this length? One, because she felt her father was a senior police officer. Her father now gave that order that boys should go and pick that small boy in the market there. You go and pick him up and lock him up in the police station. So people use their office to oppress others unnecessarily. And I suffered for what I don't really know about. Of course, I have right to laugh out loud when it is necessary. But because she felt that I was insensitive towards her, maybe her feelings for me, I should have at least, be to her side, But unfortunately, it didn't go that way with her. But I'm so grateful to God that I have to manage the situation and I came out better than before. So, lesson to take home is we should always be mindful of people around us and how they react to issues. People have different temperaments and the way they react to issues. So you have to consider your neighbor or your fellow person and find a better way to manage him or her. And at the same time, I want to bring it to our notice that not everybody you see in police station or in any correctional facility has anything to do with offense committed. Some might be victim of circumstance like what I experienced. You understand? So I want us to be kind to people as much as we can. Your words, your action can go a long way in helping to manage the emotions of the other person. Thank you. I remain Joaquin Chidebere Ani.